I'm going with you. I know we'll get to the other side.
Hello and welcome to our unboxing for our Anne Fitzpatrick subscription for the month of August. We are making a big splash because this month we have a beautiful outfit for you, and our wonderful Anne Fitzpatrick is wearing Mermaid Magic, which is designed by Tinkey and brought to life by our wonderful Diana Vining. So Mermaid Magic is shown right here, and I am screaming of how Christopher positioned our wonderful Anne in her Mermaid Magic costume on this stand. So how absolutely stunning. It feels so alive. One thing that Christopher just does extremely well, among many things, as we all know, is the posing and positioning of the dolls. And Robert Tonner did an incredible job with these dolls in the first place, designing the bodies and making them so that they do have movement, so we can enjoy them and pose them in ways that they feel alive. But Mermaid Magic is a really, really fun one. Mark did such a beautiful job. What I love about this is that it feels like an outfit and a costume from Anne's dress-up trunk, both at the same time, and it is totally age appropriate. We didn't want to have anything like coconut shells or anything like that because she's a child and it wouldn't be right. And this is so perfect and so beautiful. I love it. So I'm gonna put it up in here. Paul is helping me with the focus so we can make sure everything is focused and beautiful. But here, why don't I just go ahead and I love doing it. I love putting it up in the camera so you can just really see the detailing and the fabrics. Mark did a wonderful job with our factory sourcing all of this. We have the little pearl on the front. It feels very, very, very fantasy-like. It feels very fantasy-like, but also something that a 10-year-old would just want to live in all of the time. If this outfit was at our house, Holland Diane would never take it off. She'd want to sleep in it. She'd want to have breakfast in it. She'd want to wear it to school. She'd want to wear it to grandpa's. She'd want to wear it all the time. And it is so cute. It is beautifully made. There are layers of tulle. It comes with these adorable shoes that are perfect for mixing and matching and putting with different things, but we're of course going to leave the mixing and matching to Mark Tinkey. But this is so beautiful. So Mermaid Magic is the outfit of the month that it comes inside your boxes. So beautiful, along with the shoes. And then we do have an add-on this month too that is an adorable little outfit that complements it very well. So we have the colors, so it almost feels like cosplaying in a mermaid outfit, but this is more day wear, and so it's fun. It's got sequins and it's just really pretty and lots of frills, and of course these adorable little shoes with the bows. So they are so cute. Mark did a wonderful job, as always, creating these outfits for our wonderful Anne subscription. These outfits had a little bit of drama. So we actually just received them as I film this. We just received them yesterday, and they were stuck in customs for a while, and it was this big thing. And so your add-ons that are coming inside the box, not add-ons, but your additional fun stuff that's coming inside the box has also been stuck, but it just got released today. But I don't have it for the video. I have one cute little part for the video, and then the rest I'm just going to put a picture on the screen, and then you'll just have to get it when you receive your box. But it'll all be here in time for shipping. But we do have these adorable little shells, and they are in different colors. We ordered multi-colors. So these shells are really cute as a prop for Anne. You can put little treasure in here. You could put little seashells in the shell. You could create a aerial moment where it's, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Let's all sing the song right now because I know it by heart. The Little Mermaid was one of my favorite videos of all time. Growing up, I used to watch it and watch it and watch it and then watch it. I would watch it and then put it back in and watch it. And that VHS, I hope we still have it at my house somewhere actually, because it brings back such good memories. And that is also the reason that a couple years ago we did an aerial box for Grace. So mermaids have a very tender place in I think just in doll collectors in general, and they're so fun, and we love the fantasy and the mystical part of it, but also the outfits are so beautiful. So you do receive your shell, and then we also have cute little starfish, and then we have these cute little props. So they're like under the water, the sea props, and they're all different. You're going to receive a surprise one, but we have the little props. So those things are coming inside your box, and I don't have them, but luckily they are going to be here, and you will have them eventually when you receive your box. So thank you very much to all of the people who work in shipping trying to get us our things. I know you're probably not watching this, but I am thanking you, because getting our stuff it feels like an adventure every single time, but lately it's been a lot. So I am so thankful we have our stuff. But before I take it to Mark Tinkey to talk about our outfits, I want to just share some of the original pieces from our archive that are very special to us. So if you've been with us, and most of you, I would say most of you, 70% of you, have been with us since the beginning, which thank you. I love you. I see you. I look at your order history. You've been following since before we even launched subscription boxes, and you've been with us since the beginning. And if you have, this was one of our earlier boxes, but this is when Ariel's on land. And so if you have this outfit, this is a fun one to display and to have. Could you imagine going to a fair or some kind of event dressed like this? Beautifully made by Ruby Red Galleria, and it's one of my favorite outfits that we have ever done. So we put out this one for Grace in a subscription box, but then we also did very early on, we have this mermaid outfit, which again Christopher beautifully displayed on our teddy bear that Robert Tonner gave to us. But these ones we put out in the Grace Boutique in the very beginning. I want to say this was in 2020, and these are beautiful outfits that were made by Doreen in Australia, and we had these in the Grace Boutique for about a year and a half. I ordered a couple hundred of them, and people bought them, but I love the little seashells. This is the more grown-up version, but isn't this cute? So if you have one of the Doreen mermaid outfits, then you have a real treat. So hi Doreen, if you're watching. That's Melissa Turner's good friend, and that is a really fun one. So these are not for sale. These are from the archives. We don't have these anymore. But we have a very big collection here, and so many of you have collected with us along the years, so you have these items too. So it's really fun to pull them out and to chat about them and to see them again and to talk about what you can do to kind of bring it to life and put it together. This was another fun one that we put out. I think that this one was probably in around 2022, maybe 2023. This was an inexpensive add-on that we had in the boutique. I think this was maybe $20, and it was just such a fun one that we had when we released Nema. But I love the way that Christopher displayed this one right here with our Promised Grace. But it's fun, it's cute, so if you have these outfits and you're on the Anne subscription, you're in for a treat. We do have 75 additional Anne outfits this month, so if you would like to snag one, if you are quick, you can grab one, as well as the add-on dress, which is so cute, and lots of fun stuff. I know not everyone is on this subscription and wants to collect Anne things. Part of it, I'll be honest, is just we've been trying to get everything right and perfect for what we're trying to do. It's just everything takes time, and it has taken a little bit more time than it has in the past. We take a lot of time with our fittings and the back and forth with the factory. It does take months to get our things, and so I am the first one to say we need more stuff in our Anne boutique that is casuals and stuff like that. So we are working on it. We don't want to lead you down a path of collecting this doll and then there's nothing to get. That's no fun. So we are working on that, but that's part of it. It's been difficult to get our stuff. So when we have our wonderful things to offer, it feels so good and so right and such a relief, to be honest. So I am really proud of everything that our team has done to bring the subscriptions and the outfits to life, the new ones, the old ones. It is just such a fun journey in doll collecting. But I want to bring in our chief designer, Mark Tinkey, for the Anne subscription this season to chat about the outfits and what he did to make them, and then he's going to give you some fun mix and match opportunities, and then we're going to bring our wonderful Diana Viting, who worked so hard on this month with her printables, and she's going to show you all of the printables. I usually show you the printables, but I just think because Diana's in it and she's going to be presenting them, it's best for her to have that moment. So I am not going to show you the printables, although I will say the underwater sea carnival that she created as a printable, chef's kiss. It is so cute and so fun. It's something I never would have thought of doing. So this video is going to be a treat because it is always just filled with so much creativity and fun. So let's bring in Mark Tinkey to chat about our Mermaid Magic, and then we will take it to Diana Viting. Come on in, Mark.
Hi everybody, Mark Tinkey here. How are ya? This is month 8 of the Ann subscription box, which I cannot believe. I say that every month, but it's true. We are almost done. That's crazy. But it's August and it's the summertime and I needed to give you a mermaid. So that's what we have. I knew that I wanted to do a mermaid right away whenever I, knew what the theme was. And yeah, so here she is. And I didn't want to give you green tail, purple top, Little Mermaid. I wanted it to be something different. So I came up with this color scheme. And she's got this beautiful iridescent tail. It's like the sequins are almost white, but then they have that sort of aurora borealis treatment on them. So it gives, in the light, it just gives this beautiful shimmery, fish scale look, which is appropriate. Yeah, so she's almost like the colors of a unicorn, but she's a mermaid. So you get the best of both worlds. Yeah, I really love how this one turned out. So it is 2 pieces, because again, I was thinking of play value, and if it was all one piece and it's got a mermaid skirt, that's you're a little limited with the mermaid skirt because it's very much a mermaid. But I just thought it was such a fun outfit that we had to do a mermaid. But you have this beautiful little top that you can use with many different things. So that was, I really wanted them to be 2 different pieces and not just one whole dress. And I didn't there were some mermaid styles that I saw for little kids that it was more of like a straight down skirt. It just didn't look cute. I was like, it needs to have the shape of a mermaid tail and, be a little bit tighter. So yeah, so there she is. I think she's perfect. I think she'd be perfect to display with the Anne in the pirate outfit. And you can sort of do a little like Peter Pan kind of thing, Yeah, so I just think she'd be a really fun character to add in with the other costumes and that kind of stuff. But yeah, back to the outfit. So she's got this beautiful bodice, which again has the same sequins as the tail. And then that same sequin fabric is on the back as well. And then she has this matching ruffle, and it's this crinkly purple organza and then a glittery pink tulle underneath. And that's the same as what the tail is. So the tail is the mix of the tulle and the organza. So I love the mix of textures in this outfit because you have the tulle, the organza, the sequin. It's really, really pretty. I think it just came out really beautifully. And I love all the mix of fabrics. And then the little straps have the gold trim that goes around the bodice as well. It sort of frames out this centerpiece. And then that also forms the straps. And then the straps have the same ruffle of the organza and the tulle as is on the bottom of the top, and then the tail. So I just think it all harmonizes really beautifully. And then she's got 3 beautiful little pearls. Pearls, obviously they're not real. They're just flat back, little decorative pearls that go at the top to just give a little added interest. So I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think it's great with this wig. Anything long and flowy just screams mermaid. And also the red color with the pink and the purple, I think looks really beautiful. And depending on what you have her around or what the lights are, the tail shifts colors and reflects color beautifully. So this one will photograph really beautifully, I think. So for all of those of you out there that like to take pictures of your dolls and every month, take pictures of your Anne in her new outfit, I think that will lend some really beautiful effects to those pictures. I'm just so happy with how she came out and so happy that we could give you such an iconic dress up outfit. I grew up, I was prime age when The Little Mermaid came out in '89. So, You know, that mermaid, since then, mermaids have been everywhere for kids, and that never goes away. It always just renews. So then her shoes, I had a hard time figuring out shoes for this one because mermaids don't have feet, but Anne does. So I settled on these cute little sandals, and it's this pink vinyl, but it's like fused in, like those old diner seats. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that red glittery diner chair that was like like the 50s kind of thing. It's like that. The glitter does not come off on your fingers at all, but it just has a little bow and then a little ankle strap, and that's Velcro. It has a little Velcro ankle strap. So that actually feels very authentic for shoes for like a 9 or 10-year-old or adults, because like we have a lot of Velcro on sandals too. So yeah, so I just thought those were cute because I didn't want her to be barefoot, but I also didn't want a big clunky shoe on her or anything, another slip on, because I have like those in other outfits for the season. So I really like this a lot. I think they're very, very cute. And the pink picks up the same pink that's in the fins, right? So there she is. I love how she came out. And then your add-on for this month, this is kind of a beachy look, I would say. You know, just a very quintessential summer, going for a walk on the boardwalk, gonna ride the carousel, little dress. Well, it's not a dress, it's 2 pieces. So it is this gorgeous little like aqua blue skirt with this sequin overlay that, again, they're sort of transparent, but then they have this aurora borealis shimmer on them. So you're almost getting that moment of when she turns human at the end of the movie. You know exactly what I'm talking about. She's walking out of the ocean. So it feels very much like that, or very much like a Disney bounding version of The Little Mermaid. Because I didn't want to do Little Mermaid, because then you get into copyright infringement when you like are trying to do too much of that, like make it look too similar. But little aqua blue skirt and then the purple blouse gives the feeling of that classic mermaid that we all love without it being her. But I love it. I think they're such great companion pieces, which is the idea of the add-ons, right? That it goes. But look how cute. It's so pretty. So, you know, you can tell your own little story with the outfits and the dolls. But this little blouse, okay, you see all those little shimmers on there? That is like really in there. It doesn't flake off. But it's these little glittery shimmers on this fabric. And then it's all these little ruffles. You got one at the shoulder, and then the 2 ruffles at the sleeve, and then the one below, you know, at the bottom, at the hem. So it kind of mimics what we have in the mermaid top, with the ruffle at the bottom and then the ruffle at the shoulder. So I just think it's a really, really cute little piece to have in your collection. Snaps, all the pieces close with snaps in the back. And then the shoes that go with her are the exact same shoes as the box, but they are purple. And I don't know which ones I like better. So you could do the purple shoes with the mermaid as well, because she is, let me close it. She is also, you know, she's got the purple in there too. Or the pink shoes could go with this outfit too. But I did love the little darker shade of purple with these. I thought it was really, really kind of perfect. And you can see them better here because the tail's not in the way. But your little Velcro closure on the side. I didn't line it up really well, but you get the idea. And then the little bow detail. Just a really sweet little shoe. So yeah, there you have it. Very simple little skirt and top, but it's really special because of the fabrics, I think. So it didn't need to have a lot of extra details to it. But the blouse does have a lot of detail with the little ruffles and things. I think a little necklace on this would be really pretty. Maybe you can find a little seashell necklace. That would be cute. That would be a fun thing to do too, is make a little seashell crown for your mermaid and then paint them with iridescent fabric or iridescent paints to match the sequins. I think that could be really cool. I thought it would be fun to show some different characters you could put your mermaid with rather than doing a straight up mix and match video. You could do a little Wendy. This is I think it's Once Upon a Cloud. I can't remember what Rachel and Christopher named it, but the little blue dress that was the add-on for Red Riding Hood. I think that with the tights from Alice, the shoes from Goldilocks, and the headband from Alice, and she makes a really sweet little Wendy bird from Peter Pan. And then this Anne over here, she's kind of like Mr. Smee or just one of the other pirates. A striped t-shirt from the boutique, jeans from the boutique, the sash and headscarf from the pirate box, and then the boots from the little fox. Yeah, and those boot cut jeans, they look really cute. So she's a little pirate. And then you can, do little scenes. I think you could also take the party dress from last year's box, the birthday dress, and give her a little cardboard glittery wings, and she could be a Tinkerbell. So yeah, just like a fun way to think about playing with your dolls and displaying them, and what other outfits and characters you could put with the mermaid. I think it's really cute. And for those of you who made the theater, following my tutorial or just using that as inspiration and doing your own thing, this would be really cute to make a little display, and you could do a little backdrop of seashells, or, if you have any little things that you have that are sort of sea related, that could be really fun. I will show this little mix and matchy though. The skirt with the top, I think that is actually pretty sweet. So that is one thing you could do. And that just shows too that is a separate piece from the mermaid skirt itself. You could also put this with any of the petticoats that you might have, the little crinolines for Anne. And then if you have the ballet slippers or the lace-up little shoes from Goldilocks, you could make her into a ballerina very easily with this top, because it's giving ballerina. Can't wait to see what Diana has planned for this month. I think it's perfect for a variety of different crafts and really fun ideas. So I'm sure she's going to come up with some amazing things. And so that's always just so much fun to see what she comes up with, and then what you all do with those ideas on your own. And thanks again to Rachel for bringing me in on this project and having me do these videos every month. It's been a blast. And yeah, we still have a few more to go, so we're not done yet, but we are kind of winding down. So anyway, I think that's it. That is it for me until the next one. And until then, happy collecting, and thanks again to everybody.
Thank you so much to Mark Tinkey. He is working very hard. Mark's working on other projects right now too, so we are excited to see all the things he is doing, and I know he is also working on more samples for Robert, so it is great. The more that Robert can get samples for, the more we can get approved, the more dolls that we can unleash into the world. So what a treat. So Mark, across all of the things that you are doing for Anne and also for dolls in general, and for the subscriptions and for all the dolls you're doing, thank you so much. All right, now our wonderful Diana Vining, she does everything with such a just joyful and playful and sensitive way, and I love what she does for the subscriptions. Diana Vining, I have shared with you many times, started with us in the very, very, very beginning, around 3 months after I started Virtual Doll Convention. She asked to submit a paper doll for one of the conventions that we were doing, and I was just so impressed, and she made it so quickly, and I just thought, oh my goodness. And I asked her if she makes graphics, and she whipped one up for us in just a few minutes, and I offered her a job, and she thankfully took it, and she has been with us since 2019. So what a blessing. So Diana Vining is going to come in and share with us everything that she has done for Mermaid Magic, and we are so excited to see it. So take it away, Diana.
Thanks, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are back outside in the great outdoors, and we're going underwater this month. This month's theme with our Mermaid Magic really captured my imagination, as you could probably tell. I know I've said this before, but maybe because we keep, going above and beyond. This is my favorite theme. This costume, Mark, you outdid yourself on this one. This has everything that I love. Sparkles, ruffles, pink, ocean theme. It was just like everything that I love, all wrapped up into one exciting package. So we are here to talk about the printables. There's like so much that I want to talk about, but let's stick with the printables. So this month we are traveling underwater, and a lot of times we kind of focus on Anne like playing make-believe, but I think this really captured my imagination, because I was like doing make-believe, but I kind of went crazy with my decorations because it captured my imagination. So it does look like an underwater world. Anne is there, in her gorgeous, gorgeous mermaid. I'm looking at the camera, but I can't stop looking at the outfit. So this was really fun, very mesmerizing, I think, is a word to work on. So we have some different illustrations to look at. We have Anne doing a little fish face. We have Anne as a mermaid getting a kiss from a fish. We have our add-on outfit, which is so cute, with a little ruffled sequined skirt. So cute. Very cute. I can't stop looking at it. So let's get into our printables. So let's start with our story. And of course, me loving my puns, we started it out saying, so happy to see you, because we're under the sea. And it's all about Anne getting well, she's on vacation with Grace. I'll let you read it, but the Cliff Notes is she's on vacation with Grace and they go snorkeling, and she's just like amazed and in love with this beautiful trip that they take. And then when they get back to the hotel, of course, Grace surprises her with this gorgeous mermaid costume. So Anne ends up saying, which is what I call the call to action, now we can dress up and dive into our own mermaid adventures together. Will we gather some friends to put on a play? Will we visit an aquarium? No matter which way our dreams sail, it's going to be magical. And it is, because I actually took some of my printables to the beach and the aquarium. So I took the paper doll. So we always do our travel dolls. So this month I decided to try out a travel paper doll, which is super practical because easy to pack, it's protected. I'll show you what I did with them on site. All right, guys, we're at the beach now, and just a quick tip for traveling with your paper dolls. So we are at the beach. There's water, there's ocean air. So not only did I enlarge Anne, I laminated her as well. So she's she's durable. She's good to go for the day. So I laminated her, and I also laminated her outfit, so everything is nice and safe and protected. And so Anne can take some pictures at the shore. And then when we go to the aquarium or somewhere else, she might want to dress up in her mermaid costume. I actually have some removable glue dots on the back. The removable glue dots on the back help to hold it on, and it fits, but it's just a little bit harder to film at the shore. So there she is. So she's nice and durable, and she can even be stuck in the sand and she'll be perfectly fine. There you go. Take a picture that way. Very cool. Dolls and paper dolls are even fun at the beach. See you later. Okay, guys, so we always talk about our travel dolls. Let's talk about travel paper dolls, okay? So I brought this month's Anne paper doll in her mermaid outfit, and I brought her here to Jenkinson's Aquarium in New Jersey. So all you gotta do is very easily pack her outfits, get her dressed, and then take a ton of pictures with the fish. Isn't that cool? She's with a stingray. All right, catch you later. We have our monthly paper doll, and of course she brings not only the mermaid outfit, but also the add-on outfit. So she has those two outfits, and then I actually designed an extra hairpiece for her, so she'll have colorful streaks in her hair, just to put a little extra magic in there, of course. Our printables this month are so much fun. So first we have our underwater scene setters. So there's a picture of some coral reef kind of things. There's a mermaid doll, so she's not supposed to be like a mermaid, an actual mermaid, but like a doll that a mermaid little girl, a young little girl mermaid would play with. And some seashells and a variety of fish and a crab and jellyfish, seahorse. I love the seahorse. So you'll see in my display, I actually enlarged them and made multiples, and you could do this too, make as many as you'd like. And it really brings, more dimension and character, to our display. Our playful craft card is the Under the Sea Carnival Day. So I'm picturing a little girl mermaid under the sea, and let's combine two fun things, a carnival and a mermaid world. And so I just came up with a few activities that you might see there. And I made this adorable ring toss. It's a little octopus. So when we did our pirate theme a few months ago, everybody enjoyed the crafty Kraken. So he was just like holding all his little crafts there. So he's just like a little mini version of him. And he has two parts to him. So his tentacles kind of like crisscross so he can stand up. And then there's little rings of seaweed that you can throw and try to get on his tentacles. So it's a little ring toss game. How cute is that? And it's like a little friend for her too. So that's cute. Let's talk about these crabs. This is such a funny idea. This was originally supposed to be like, it's a crab race. It's supposed to be a crab race. The idea is, and this is so silly, but if you have like a 4-year-old at your house, I promise they will love this. So the idea is you would get the crabs and fold them up, and then you could put them on like a little runway. I've seen kids do this with like straws, or you could just plain old like blow on them, and you race them. So if you have little kids, or if you're a little kid at heart, you can totally like, well obviously he won even though he fell. But anyway, it is a game that little kids play and is pretty popular. So that was kind of the idea behind that. But you can also just use it as a prop too. So it's just kind of a fun thing. And then at the very bottom, oh, I just really love this craft. This is a crown that my Anne is wearing. So this is the Queen of the Sea. At the end of the fun-filled day, Anne is crowned Queen of the Sea at the Under the Sea Carnival. So how exciting for her, right? So I cut it out and I glued on some little jewels and pearls and things that I had, and it looks so pretty. So I had fun getting Anne dressed up, because not only did I have the crown that I made from the craft card, I also took some of that like hair tinsel, which they call fairy hair, but I'm calling it mermaid hair. And I put some of that in her hair, and it really just completed the look. So I think that's it. We have, it seems so simple, but I feel like I worked on it so much. And like I said, if you copy them and make duplicates and enlarge them, you can just do all kinds of things with these craft cards. And I know that your wheels are already turning and you're already getting some of your own ideas. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. Let me show you one more craft I almost forgot. This is one of the things that I did with the little sea animals, and it's hard to see because they're turned every which way. But this was also kind of the idea of if I was a little girl mermaid, what kind of toys or things would I play with? And I made this little mobile. Like, look how fun that is. Maybe she would hang that up in her room or something. But it's very cute. It is hard to film because, like I said, they are turned every which way. But it's fun. Just put a little bit of fishing line and the cutouts, and there you have it. It's really cute. So the cutouts are there, but they could be so much more, and you can make it up as you go. And I guess with that, I'm going to leave you to your own creativity and see what you come up with. And hope you enjoy all of my scenery and, my playtime this month at Anne's Clubhouse. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much, Diana Vining. Thank you so much to our entire team, to Christopher, who did such a good job staging these, and to Paul, and our wonderful friend Antonia, who comes on Saturdays and helps us with our subscription boxes, getting everything packed and out. And again, to Mark and to our entire team, and mostly to you, to our wonderful collectors, because if you were not doing this and enjoying with us and buying these things and having this fun, we could not do this for a job. So thank you to our wonderful collectors who are watching, even if you're not on the subscription. When you like and comment and share and just be a part of it all, it really makes us feel grateful and seen and supported. And so we appreciate you so much. And I hope that you love Mermaid Magic. This is a really fun one, and it is just so special, and it makes me feel light and happy and airy and like I can do anything. And that's what dolls should do. They should inspire us and make us feel good, and that's what collecting is all about. So we hope that you enjoy this beautiful outfit and the adorable shoes that are coming inside your box, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.